Forget you and forget her too. Says I was richer. I'll still be with you. Ain't that some okay. What it do, y'all? What's up? It's your man Rico the Opinionist. I'm here on this one of my little special opinions. It's afternoon opinions with Rico. And this one's going to be short, I swear. I'm not going to do these long ones. What I'm going to do is at least 3 back-to-back. So I hope you stay with me as I knock these 3 out. I have 3 topics I want to get off my chest that's been going on. And so I'll wait a second. And by the way, you are tuning into Rico the Opinionist. I'm Rico the Opinionist on Instagram, YouTube. Especially if you go to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. And because there are a lot of videos on there that I'm sure that you have not seen, even if I don't put any, I guess the newest content on there. There's a lot of older content that I think you would find most interesting and most entertaining. Let's see, Instagram, it is what it is, and Twitter, I'm on there every once in a while. I'll put a little something up there, but mainly YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And on there I have my Cash App, my PayPal, making it do what it do. And I hope, if you're cool with me, you're fool with me during this COVID pandemic, which sounds like they're trying to open this thing up. But I am not going to risk anything fooling with y'all at these events. They already got events lined up, and I will not be there. I know the weather's going after this week. I think we're officially going to get into some warm weather here in Texas, and I think after this cold snap that we had this year, a whole week of no water or just people without lights and the high of 8 degrees and 6 degrees, people are not going to stay inside. So all the governor did was just trigger everybody. When he said no mask mandate, that mean like shucks, we're going everywhere. So anyway, welcome to my opinion moment. And it's a lot of things that's going on. I'm trying to get through all of them. But this one, I want to talk in depth. And it's not going to be long. Maybe 15 minutes max if I can get everything out. 15 minutes max. Because I haven't done a complete thought or commentary on the issues that's going on at this daily talk show that nobody hardly watches, kinda. But it's made national news with this Sharon Osbourne, Cheryl Underwood deal, and I have a different perspective on it, and this is, I know people, Sharon Osbourne, y'all know who that is. She's the wife of rock and metal legend Ozzy Osbourne. Going off the rails on that crazy train. Do 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 do. Bark at the moon. Don't 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 don't. I hear your voice and I cried out loud and sang song. I hear you crying out to me. Yeah, I knew about Ozzy. Y'all crazy. I grew up in the 80s. Don't get away from me. I know. He did that song with Post Malone. Y'all know nothing about Ozzy. What's up, Tony, man? These folks don't know nothing about Ozzy Osbourne. And I do. I'm one of those cats who are very fortunate enough to be a teenager in the 80s when music was king across the board. I grew up when MTV first debuted in 1981 with just the Moon Man and had the colors in the flag. Next thing you know, they only played rock songs and by white artists up until 1983, 84. And hey, Jackie Harris, girl, give me a minute. Hey, girl. Hey, Jackie, what's up, my friend? But yeah, I came up in the 80s, and all they had was white artists. And so I knew all of the songs. Oh, Mickey, what a pity you don't understand. They take you right hard when you take me by the hand. And I ran so far away. Walk like an Egyptian. I knew all of them. hold me now. Oh, All-Star World. Nice day for a white wedding. In the midnight hour, babe. She want more, more, more. She's my cherry pie. Girls, girls, girls. Dun, 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 dun. Girls, girls, girls. Oh, Jack, when I cut my hair about 3 days ago. Yeah, I got a haircut. It's time to hook it up. Van Halen, oh yeah. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. And don't forget John Cougar Mellencamp. I fought authority and authority always winning. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. I knew all of the pop songs. We were young. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Love is a battlefield. Do you wanna touch? Yeah. Do you wanna touch me there? Where? There. Pat Benatar and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Back on the chain gang. Oh, I've been waiting for you. Oh, I'm back on the chain gang. Who? No, I forget. Chrissy Hines. Oh, back on the chain gang. He said Duran Duran. Her name is Rio, and she dances on the sand. And Pet Shop Boys. Dun 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 dun. I can't. Dun dun dun. Some with Pet Shop Boys. So anyway, enough of the 80s. Let me get to my topic. All right. Okay, and y'all know I have a different perspective on this. I know Sharon Osbourne has been, raked over the coals. Our house in the middle of our street. That wasn't the Pet Shop Boys. That was somebody else doing it. Well, there was some other cats. They did Pet Shop Boys and Pet Shop. Western one and getting one. Eastern boys and Western girls. That's the Pet Shop Boy. Western girl. Dun, 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 dun. All right, enough for the 80s. Don't put another damn 80s band or song on my damn live. LaGuana Morgan, how are you? All right, so anyway, I was just letting y'all know I knew Ozzy and I know about rock, soul, and ska. So anyway, you've already gone through Sharon being made the villainess of that whole interview with her and Cheryl Underwood, right? B. Mario McDuffie, what's up? And so I watched it and I went and checked out what people are saying on YouTube. I go to YouTube to get other perspectives, hear the bloggers, what they're saying. Of course, Sharon Osbourne is evil. She's a racist. She's friends with a racist. She's disgusting because she's friends with Piers Morgan and blah, blah, blah. And she's always been this. She said Julie Chan. She allegedly referred to Julie Chan, who's one of the first hostesses of the talk when they debuted about 11, 12 years ago. She called her wonton, a slant eye, and Holly Robinson Pete said that she even said I was too ghetto to be on it. I get it. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but it's funny how this is coming out now. It's funny how all the stuff seems to come out at once. So just like when Dr. Cosby or what's that Weinstein guy, and all of a sudden you got 50 people coming at once. Even with Tiny and T.I., all of a sudden these people are coming out. So to me, that's signs of a hit job. Somebody has upset somebody. So let me just run through y'all what this thing's about. And I want y'all to hear something, understand about the entertainment. I don't know much about it. I just do. Hey, what's up, my man? All I do is just listen like everybody else, and I make observations, right? And I watch. When Sharon Osbourne had a chance to speak to Kevin Frazier, who Amanda Seales got mad because he tagged her and Holly Robinson Pete and all those, and she read him and told him, man, oh, blah, blah, blah. Why do black men or why do black people feel they need to rescue white people? And when they invented racism, y'all go check out her rant on Instagram. She made some points, but damn Amanda Seales. Because Amanda Seales is the same chick that tried to ruin the name and the reputation of this black former NFL player who left the NFL and went to medical school and became a doctor. She was trying to holler at him. He turned her down, so she's going to put out that some women told her that he was sexually harassing them, and so she's going to use her platform to try to dirty the brother up. And luckily, we didn't buy it. Luckily, nobody in the criminal justice system bought it. And so it kind of went away, and she was looked at as a hater because she was rejected. And so there's a lot of black dudes don't care for Amanda Seals. They're the main ones with the biggest mouths out here trying mad because ain't no brothers hollering at them. But if y'all saw 3 weeks ago, Amanda Seals started doing Instagrams with some dude's big forearm and a tattoo across her body laying in the bed. So she been a little calmer. I said, see, that's all her problem. She just needs some ding-a-ling. That is all her problem. A lot of these little angry so-called woke black chicks cussing on CNN and all that, they just mad because ain't nobody dating them. Don't no man with good sense and high self-esteem with no loudmouth crazy talking chick. And then they always try to go for the high-powered brothers. Men with money, men with means, they bought peace. They don't want no loudmouth ass chick. Just always, even if it's her job to be all fussy. Brothers want peace. Hell, I don't have any means, but I still want peace. Even if she a little hood chick, little mamas, leave that shit outside. Alright, damn. No, really, leave that outside too. So, peace is what civilized, sane men want. Now, guys who like all that chaos, well, they don't have good sense anyway. So, having said that, Sharon said some things in her interview. Christopher Avan, what's up? She said to Kevin Frazier, me and the girls on the show have always had this pact. If there's something about each other and you have questions about each other, we'll always let each other know. We won't catch each other off guard. We won't try to, sabotage and set each other up. And they all agreed. But this particular day, she said, they all had questions. All of the women except for Sharon had questions. The little biracial girl and the little blonde chick, I don't know their names because I don't know how to watch the damn show. I said, where the hell is Carrie Ann Naba? Guess she was out sick because they knew they was going to set this thing up. And so Sharon went on to say that, all of a sudden, she said, they all had questions that was written down by the producers. Now, Sharon is one of the top notch on the show. She's been on the show since day one. But all of a sudden, the woman who was hired to be the butt of the jokes, to be the show jester, to be the loudmouth, so-called over-sexualized, dark-skinned, fat black mammy on the show, Cheryl Underwood, all of a sudden she's sitting in the middle seat, leading off these questions, all because Sharon Osbourne is good friends with Piers Morgan. One thing I'll say about that, Sharon's like, I've never been like this before. I've never been racist in my life. It's impossible for me to be racist. That's a lie, Sharon. It's very possible for you to be a racist because we've always had white privilege, so cut it out, Sharon Osbourne. You probably said some racist crap over there in England because a lot of those uppity, well-to-do English men and women, they're some snooty kind of prejudiced little bastards. But be that as it may, she said, then she made this stereotypical voice. She said, well, I've never been racist in my life, and I can never be what I have to say to everyone, I ain't racist. Why'd you say that? It's almost like the woman in the movie Gone with the Wind when she said, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. That lets you know you got some prejudice and racism in you, Sharon Osbourne. So cut it out. But in this instance, I believe you were set up. I believe it was a sabotage. I believe that CBS wants to kind of shake it up and they want to get the old broad up out of there. But here's the deal. Let's go back to what Sharon said in her interview with Kevin Frazier on Entertainment Tonight. Go look at it on YouTube. She said, Piers Morgan expressed his thoughts about the Meghan Markle interview. And I heard some of his stuff he didn't care for. He's like, I don't believe a word she's saying. And Piers Morgan is just like a lot of English white people over in England. They love the Queen. They love their people. You know how a lot of black folks won't let you say anything about Obama or now Biden? Well, that's how they feel about the Queen. And so I hope people didn't think that this little biracial chick who's upset because the little pinch of blackness was called out by actual white people. That's all the problem is. Black people only have problems, not all, you know what I'm talking about. There are black folks who only have a problem with white folks is when they reject them. And Meghan Markle tried to use her light skin, white skin, and then come on in there. And real white folks recognize folks who are not white. Why don't we understand that? I respect that group because they know what white is, but black people don't seem to know what black is. So I need those kind of white folks to continue to exist just for our own mental health. Because we don't even know what black is. We call people with a white mama and a black daddy black. We call people with a white dad and a black mama black. But when we go into home ec, you have a cup of sugar and a cup of flour. You put them together, it doesn't become a cup of sugar or flour. It becomes a mixture. And then for the idiots out here who are still using that one-drop rule, that racist one-drop rule, which says from white folks when they were raping the women on the plantation and say, here, that baby ain't black, give it to the niggas. That's what the biracial, that's what the mulatto, octoroon, all that stuff comes from rejection because they were not white. White people understand what white is. And so if you college educated, so-called well-read, stupid Negroes in 2021 talking about some damn, you know the one-drop rule, ain't no such thing as no one drop making a whole of nothing. I'm in home ec. I learned a lot of stuff from 8th grade biology and 9th grade home ec class. You have a cup of flour. I take a pinch or a drop of salt and I put it in the cup of flour. It does not make the cup of flour a whole fucking cup of salt. Why don't we understand this? So that's why I like when white people remind you, no, you ain't white. You got something in you that's kind of, because they believe in purity. So having said that, and he said, and I don't believe a word she's saying, and this, that. And he had the right to disagree. He didn't have to agree with that co-host, that little mulatto co-host he had. You know, that mulatto co-host got upset because the color of his kid was brought up. See, let me tell y'all something about this. Y'all won't even believe me when I talk like this. You know, it's funny when black people have sex with non-blacks and then they try to call the children they have black. If you are black and you're interested in having black children, you'll have sex with black people. You don't have sex with Mexicans and Asians and white folks and my child black. You dumbass Serena Williams. Are you kidding me? That is not what you're about. That's not what you want. You don't want no black kids when you purposely lay down with somebody who's not black. So why the fuck you keep calling your kid black? Anyway, Meghan Markle thought she could pull off with that shit. By the way, nothing against my biracial babies at all. Nothing against it. I just like to tell the truth about genetics and race. That's all. Because we around here playing this multicultural diversity game and black people are losing. Because every time we play this game, we get pushed to the back. Your little dark-skinned, beautiful, actual black daughter get pushed to the back. And so when your little dark-skinned sons, mainly little black, actual dark-skinned or brown or dark-skinned daughters get pushed to the back, they have the same mindset of a Serena Williams. They have the same mindset of those enslaved African women on the plantation. Well, if I mix my baby up, he or she, my baby, can get pushed to the front because they look closer to white. Come on! Y'all, goddammit, y'all ain't reading. Y'all ain't reading. That's why you think so many dark-skinned girls love to date light, white, or Hispanic or Asian men. Because they don't want their babies to come out of their bodies to look like them. Because they know the hell that they call for being dark-skinned. I'm not going to have to keep teaching this to my people. We don't know who we are. We don't know the power of our melanin. And so therefore everyone else gets to handle us any kind of way. Let me get back to Sharon. So anyway, Meghan Markle thought she was upset because they pointed out that the baby's going to be dark. Or no, I knew the baby wasn't going to be dark because Meghan Markle is Caucasian and her husband is Anglo-Saxon wasp, Nordic, Slavic Caucasian. From the Caucasus Caucasian. So that baby came out looking just like a cup of flour. All purpose, not even self-rising. So having said that, but white people, one thing about Caucasians, they know, I think there's even, if there's a slither of anything. So anyway, having said that. And Sharon said, well, damn. All right, Piers Morgan made those comments. And he had the right to do it. Jet Lucas, what's up, my friend? Yeah, we losing big time, bro. And so, having said that, she stood behind her friend. Y'all listen now. This woman is finna show y'all what friendship is about. So, because she did not publicly denounce him or his words, now this is her friend. They hang out. They have dinner. They have lunch. They've been friends for decades. But she said, Pierce is my friend. He has the right to say what he wants to say. The interview was done by CBS. I'm on a CBS talk show. And so CBS cooked up this scheme for the ambush. And I said, well, damn. And guess who they used to put out front to lead the ambush? The dark-skinned, fat, black jokester. Over-sexualized jokester. It never fails. Lonnie Love is the same thing on the reel. She's the big, fat, black, angry black woman telling all the sexual jokes and being, I know that's right, I drink brown liquor. You know, just pushing out the stereotype of the big, loud-mouthed, boisterous mammy. And that's who Cheryl Underwood is. But isn't it interesting y'all not paying attention? Isn't it interesting they took the court jester to give her this particular position to take out somebody else white? Cheryl Underwood, don't let them use you like this, sweetheart. You're going to let somebody white, CBS, use you to take out a white woman, take out another white person, and you don't think you're not too far down the line? Why would you even do that, Cheryl Underwood? Wait a minute. Cheryl Underwood, I get it. You want to keep your job. I guess you couldn't refuse it. And you led the question, and you took that lashing that Sharon Osbourne threw your way. And when I looked at it, I said, you know what? I would have been that kind of mad too, because I've been that kind of mad before when a so-called friend of mine, and mind you, Cheryl says, that's you my friend and I love you. Sharon Osbourne says, Cheryl's my friend. She's been my friend for 11 years. So it's established that they're friends, but you're gonna join them, let them set you up to set your friend up because they mad at what Piers Morgan said and mad because she's his friend, his loyal friend, and wouldn't dime him out. So they're going to try to humiliate and put her in the hot seat, set her up on that show. God damn, Rico, how come? I know you ain't the only one to be thinking this shit. So she said, well, I guess because he's my friend, I agree with him. And so, of course, all the Negro blogs where if her friends are racist, she a racist too. She agreed with her racist friend. How about she just still loyal to her friend? How about that? How about she didn't want to dime out? She didn't have to do that. Why was she made responsible for what her grown adult friend said on another show? Why was she made to do that? Why is anybody made to do that? Like, let's say somebody's friends with me and y'all don't like what I say about single mothers, or you don't like what I said today, and you find out somebody on Facebook or whatever is my actual friend in real life, and y'all start penalizing them. Well, you hang out with the motherfucker, he must think the same way he think. You know, that's not fair, because you can't get to me, you're going to try to get to them. And that has happened to me before. When I used to date in college, when I moved out of college, I used to tell all my little girlfriends, look, I don't care if we broke out in a pistol fight, me and you. Don't ever discuss our relationship with nobody. Because I understand there's a particular perception about me based on the words that I use and based on the way I write. People have put me in a particular box. And so if you're seen with me, if you're my friend, you're going to catch some of that smoke by proxy. Dig it? So I understand that. Do I approve of Sharon Osbourne's behavior? No, but I understand. I know what I was looking at. Yeah, I'm going to make that woman dime her friend out, then probably fire her after this is over. Well, I think the goal is to fire her. And black people, stay out of white people's business. I always can get a Negro to stand up and help them do their dirty bidding, do their dirty bids. And Cheryl Underwood, don't try to pretend like you're some victim. You're not. You let those people use you against that white woman. And probably after this season, or maybe the end of next season, your ass probably won't even be there. These are my thoughts on it. Because the same thing happened to me. You know, let me give y'all an example. When I was a student at Grambling State University, and I was pretty popular, I wrote a campus newsletter. And I had friends. But I understood that my friends, let me tell you what I had to learn about. When you're labeled the militant amongst black people, You know, these same black folks that labeled Malcolm X, Jesus Christ, Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Vince Farrakhan, same black folks that name anybody who speaks up and probably they think upsets white folks. You're labeled by your own people as militant or controversial and all this shit. But anyway, I had a buddy in college, and man, we used to hang out. We used to drink whiskey. We had to. We both loved old soul music and blues. We drank go to his house, his apartment there, and off campus. Man, we used to chill, just have fun. He was dating some little cutie pie at the time. I'm forgetting her name, but anyway. But I I just thought, I said, okay, I do my campus stuff, but off campus, it's my private time. I got my people. This dude's cool. I mean, I thought we were just buddies, right? We were both in graduate school in the same program in social work. And one day there was a conversation about drugs in the black community, right? And in the graduate school at Grambling in the social work program had a lot of Caucasians in there for some reason, just like nursing. Had a lot of Caucasians. And the discussion was about drugs and how do they come into the country and how do we get rid of them out of inner city and how to get out of people's neighborhoods. And I sat back in class and our teacher's name was Mr. Billy Porter, black dude. And kind of nervously shaky kind of dude. And so my good friend, who I believe was my good friend, was in my class as well as another young lady. No, anyway. So I listened to all the white people give their observations and talk about what could be done and how you could change it and all of that. And then I listened to some of the black folks and well, maybe it's education. Maybe we can do this and maybe we can do that. And I raised my hand. What's up, Drexel Milton? I raised my hand. I said, we're truly interested about drugs not being brought into the country and drugs not being sold in the inner city. It's going to be there's going to have to be a lot of white folks killed. We don't have any airplanes. We don't have any buses. We don't have any trains or whatever to bring the dope in. And when I made that statement, of course, the white people went fucking apeshit. And the class got into pandemonium. Hey, Nancy Gibson. Went into pandemonium. My teacher like, okay, y'all settle down. Everybody, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all know that's Rico. There's some more shit that I don't particularly care for. And so other people like, I want to say this. I don't think it's fair that has to go to that extreme. I said, it is what it is. And so a little black girl a young black lady out of Shreveport is going to say, hey, Rico, do you think, now with this weird southern accent, hey, Rico, do you think if they can try like education could be the key to stop them from selling drugs and bringing drugs in the black community? I said, sure, education, yeah. How about they educate our people on how they extracted syphilis from sheep and spread it into the community? Yeah, let's educate that. And how they develop AIDS and got in a lab and put it on the community. Let's educate people about that. Whew, it just went haywire. And they're like, oh no, oh my God, I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. And so there's a young woman behind me, and I'll just call her Tasha, right? She's behind me. We weren't friends, but we was friendly in class at this point. And they asked her, and they said, so what do you think about it? What do you think about it? She said, well, I don't have a problem, Rico said, because he has the right to his opinion. And so I'm cool with it. No, she was said and done with it, which was fine. But then my friend, now mind you, we kicked it, drank whiskey, drank beers, listened to Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack, we hung out quite a bit. He said, this is what this son of a bitch said. He said, oh, wow, look. I just laugh at the brother. I think that what the brother says is funny. I look back at this motherfucker. I said, you kidding me? I looked at him, and I looked back. I said, I'll be damned. And that was the last time I said anything to this Benedict Arnold. I couldn't believe it. I said, well, damn. And I think he was running for a Master Social Work Student Association thing or something. But it's just, I felt Sharon. I told y'all this because I felt Sharon, how you so-called, they wanted Sharon to dime out her friend. And I understood that. You know, I said, damn. But my friend he wasn't even under any pressure. You know what he could have said if you asked him, well, Rico, what do you think you're supposed to say? Robert Williams, how are you? You think he's supposed to say? I said, I think he could have said, you know, that's my man. You know, we're cool and he has his opinions. I don't have to agree with everything, but we're still cool. And I'm not, you know, something like that. Because to be my friend, as polarizing as people may say my opinions are, my thoughts, as controversial, as militant they believe that I am, if you're my friend, you don't have to agree with me. And I'm not going to get mad because you don't agree with me. But what I will not put up with, I will not tolerate at all, is being thrown under the bus when we get in front of people. What you will not do is handle me like the fugly chick on Friday night that you had to try to slip one to. You don't want nobody to know about it. You won't handle me like that. Because I'm bigger than that. I'm a goddamn entity among itself. And you won't handle me because the groupthink is upset with me, so you gonna blend in, so you don't want that groupthink smoke. You ain't my friend, son of a bitch. And I've seen this person at homecoming, like years ago. Saw him at homecoming, I looked straight through that motherfucker. No, bro. I don't mess with your kind. I don't. And so, that friendship betrayal thing is real. You know, so-called labeled militants and labeled controversial people, we don't have a whole group of friends. We don't. So somebody's actually our friend who's intelligent, who's man enough and woman enough to know that we all have an opinion. It's like assholes. We all have one. But if you cool with me in the dark, goddammit, shake my hand in the daylight. You understand? I'm not giving you that leeway. If you cool with me, we talking about all this stuff in private. Yeah, man, this, that. Yeah, these folks right here. Then we get in public, you don't remember anything we talk. No, I don't be handling. I'm not the cross-eyed, knucklehead, knock-knee fat dude in the back of the class. No, I'm not that dude. And I will be handled that way. Not because you can't be cool even in the public. No, we're not doing that. I don't need it. I don't need to have friends. I'm not desperate for your attention. I've never been like that. Ask anybody. So people who are my friends are actually my goddamn friends. Not my associates, because associates come and go. That's what people are. I know a lot of people know me because of the newsletter. There's some people who knew me when we grew up. But even if they went back, you can go on, goddamn it. I just knew you as I was a kid. You don't know shit about me as an adult. Y'all, let me tell y'all something about that. I had to block and hang up on a girl who I used to date. Let me tell y'all something that what made me stop fucking with her. No, we were friends. No, we dated back in college a little bit after. We fooled around after college and stuff. But she called me, tried to get me in on some little shit about, you know, something about Landmark and talk about life coaching and all of that. And I'm like, nah, I want to do that. I'm running through the story. But she said some things to me and let me know. See, I listen to let you know if I'm going to be cool with you or not. I do listen. And but mind you, I hadn't seen her in person since 2009. I haven't spoken to her on the phone. I mean, I hadn't seen her in person, since 2009. Hadn't spoken to her on the phone since about 2011 or 2012, the last time I talked to her on the phone. So out of the blue, in 2021, she calls me, hey, blah, 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 what's going on? Hey, what's up, friend? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my mom, she recovered from COVID. I said, it's good. How your mom doing? Her mom never liked me when we were dating back in the day, so I didn't give a fuck. My brother, always in jail back and forth and all that, blah, blah, blah. So everything's fine. Then she ran it down on me. Hey, this program I want you to be a part of. Everybody, when you know motherfuckers trying to sell you something, they cut right to the chase trying to sell you something and make you be a part of something. So I'm going to cut through this. I should have said no the first day, but I said, yeah, okay. But a couple of days came by, and I'm like, okay, but I really don't feel like doing and all this and all that. And so and I said, well, trying to give her hints, like, look, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a part of that 2-hour Zoom talking about, whatever I could do with my career and my life. I don't want to do that because I know after I sit through that Zoom, somebody's going to try to sell me something. They ain't nothing but I call it therapeutic pyramid schemes. But she tried to push, and I'm like, all right. Try back in 90 days. 90 days? And then let's get to the parts where I said, okay, this broad is tripping. And then she gonna like, and by the way, just because you say something disrespectful, but you accompany it with a laughter, it's still disrespectful, goddammit. I don't know, because, no, Rico, I don't know, you may have a problem with this, because the guy leading the group, he's white, and he has dreads, but he's a musician, he really knows, he's really good at that. And I said, there she go. She swears she knows me. I ain't seen this bitch in damn near a decade. And then she said, I don't know, maybe I should have got a black man or something, maybe you'd be more comfortable with that. Maybe I should have got a black man. Again. But here was the kicker. She said, well, I don't know, because when I told him I'd try to get you on, be a part of this, I told him, no, I don't know, my friend now, because he has no filter, he'll probably go into Zoom and say anything. All right, let's stop right there. You know when I told y'all earlier about putting people in boxes and marginalizing? Now, mind you, she's not on social media. The only thing she's on is LinkedIn. She ain't seen a live. She doesn't see a YouTube or anything about it. She hadn't seen me in person. We haven't spoken on the phone since 2012. So it lets me know a lot of years have passed. You don't know me, bitch. You don't know me. And I took highly offense. I knew then when she said that, I said, no, I don't want to do it. And just flat out, oh, okay, I thought maybe because, no, I'm good. So, okay, I'll talk to you later. Hung up on her, blocked the bitch from my phone list, and my fucking email. I don't want to hear from you ever. That thing about leaving people in the past, that's a real thing. Because people in the past still judge you think they knew you 10, 15 years ago. And I'm 52 years old. I've done other things. I've grown and evolved. But it sounds like she hasn't. And so I'm not going to, you're not going to present me like be careful because he kind of slow and stupid. He ignorant. He'll say, I bet you got the game wrong. People I've had conversations with, people I've met scholars, had real adult conversations with scholars. For you to try to handle me in such a minuscule way, how dare you? And that's to anybody. And I know we've all gone through this. People try to handle you a certain way. And for anybody who's known me from college, I know a lot of people who went to Grambling with me still look at me as that. Look, I was off the charts with my writings and my protesting, my standing up. And a lot of my views are still the same. But I'm not as rough and open with it as I was, because you do stuff when you're 25, you do it differently at 50. And I'm like, all I ask that you give me that chance to be that 50-year-old guy as opposed to the young guy. But a lot of people still, because I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in person in 30 years or 20 years. They're like, yeah, Rico, man, I know, man, you be on this. You're like, what do you know? You don't know shit about me. You don't know what I've gone through since 1996. You don't know what changes I've made. You don't know what experiences I've had. All you know is you read that damn newsletter. You read something I wrote in Memphis or whatever in the 90s and early 2000s. You don't know shit about me. Every day, I'm just like you all. I change and evolve every day, but my foundation is pretty much the same. But let me know, let me know, find my police record when I've robbed a liquor store, snatched a purse, involved in gang violence. Let me know some stuff that's worthy of hating somebody. Let me know when I've done something like that, beat up about 5 women in my life. Find out, give me the evidence of that. All this shit about, man, you said this. It was a girl I really liked her, but this heifer just could not stand it. Going back in the past, dating chicks who, she kind of curved me. She did curve me in the past. And all of a sudden now, I guess she was getting close to 40 during this time. I think she's like 36. And I was like probably 40 or something when I moved to Dallas. And I think I was like 38, 39, something like that. But, she was still cute and all that, little AK chick. And, but what threw me off was she kept on saying, Rico, you used to be saying some horrible things about women. When I talk about health and obesity and all of that, I said, but I was at school. And so I would always ask her, what have I said about you? Fuck you talking about? Then I knew then, I said, this ain't going nowhere. This chick still sees me as a dude standing in front of the student union in 1993. So it is good to just move on. Do I try to hide from what I've done? Hell no. Y'all hear me on here every day talking about the same stuff about race, religion, behavior, of black men and black women. You know, the Holy Grail you're not supposed to talk about. Please. I'll talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. Because you have to volunteer to come on. And my goal is not to be disrespectful or rude. This is just my presentation. And there's some people who expect me to even probably be like that when they see me in public. And they're just shocked. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is what I write about. This is what I talk about. I don't want to have no discussion about my politics or my views on religion and race and all this kind of stuff in a party where there's food, there's music, there's drink, and there's women. You think I want to talk about that with you on a Friday night after 9 p.m.? Hell no. I'm at a brunch or a barbecue. Don't ask me shit about any of that because I have no interest in discussing it. But let me be fair. It depends on how cute baby is. If she's 0 to a size 6, you know, under 40 helps. But she can be 45 and fine. I'll take it. You know, but we can talk because I think there's something for me to gain. Well, if you know you don't fit in that category and all that, don't ask me a damn thing except for, Rico, how you been doing? But anyway, that was my take on the whole Sharon Osbourne and the Cheryl Underwood thing. She's not a victim. I believe, in my opinion, she played her role because I think they want to get Sharon Osbourne off the show. So they were mad at what Piers Morgan said. And so CBS, he talked about a CBS interview. She works for CBS. She's friends with Piers Morgan. And that's all it is. I need black people to stay out of other people's business. Y'all stay tuned. In about 5 to 8 minutes, I'm going to come back with another live. Because I have another topic I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all be cool. Thank y'all for joining me. And we'll talk soon. Rico the Opinionist, and I'm out. Peace.